Hello, this is Darren.
And this is Paige.
And this is
Where's the Lemonade?
Where we talk about what happens when life throws you lemons.
Make some lemonade?
Maybe. Some weeks it's lemon squares.
Yeah, some weeks it's just lemons.
Yeah.
On today's episode,
We're going to talk about die-hard traditions. So let's talk. We've had a traditions episode before, and we decided to revisit it.
why did we? I really can't remember.
I remember why, because we started questioning traditions that we had that we thought the kids enjoyed, and then Jacob got married this summer, and now he's going through traditions with his new wife, traditions that her family has, traditions that we have. They're forming their own traditions. And he said it was kind of nice spending Christmas at her house because there was one family. It was totally chill. It wasn't, let's cram all this stuff into the shortest amount of time possible. And he really enjoyed it. So we said, maybe there's some traditions we do that maybe we need to reevaluate.
Okay, I remember why we're doing this now. Okay, and also this year, I remember we were talking to the kids. I don't remember if it was after Christmas or before Christmas, but they were saying how Christmas is exhausting for them.
Oh.
So, we have a lot of traditions, and I think especially because we're a divorced families, and now we're blended families, we feel like we've got to get in our stuff, right? Because the other house is going to get in their stuff, so we got to get in our stuff. And I mean, I don't think we quite have that attitude, but I think that basically that is what happens. They're like, oh, we got to do everything because we don't want to miss out on anything. Anyway, they were saying that Christmas was exhausting and that they leave one house at noon after having, open stockings and presents and had Christmas breakfast. And then they go to the next house and it's repeat. It's here's Christmas breakfast again and eat up, even though you're not hungry at all because you just ate it all at your other parents' house and open up all it's just.
Yeah, the kids actually said they were tired.
Yeah, they said it's a lot.
So they're going to be shocked next year. There won't be Christmas at our house.
We'll be like, hey, no, we talked about maybe we need to change it up.
No, we talked about doing it. Let's do it.
We talked about, so this year we get the kids at noon on Christmas Day.
Correct. So instead of opening presents then, we're going to open them on Boxing Day, the 26th.
Yeah, we thought that it would, come over, chill out, show us what you got, at your other parents' house. Watch some Christmas movies, have Christmas dinner, and then the next morning is Christmas morning.
Open up presents again.
So there was a flaw in this plan, though.
Yes.
Because we have Sam. Sam is with us 100% of the time.
But we came up with an idea on this.
I think we did come up with an idea.
We'll open up some of Sam's presents with him Christmas morning, but not the presents that his siblings got him that are going to be here.
Well, and I think he's not even going to open the presents from us. He's going to open presents from his dad and grandparents and Santa. Yeah. So I don't know. Sam's not on board with it all the way because he's like, wait, I have to wait until the next day to have Christmas because of.
No, he's going to have 2 Christmases. We'll make it happen.
So stay tuned.
We'll let you know how that happens a year from now.
Yes. But the reason we were calling this Die Hard Traditions is because maybe we shouldn't be dying hard on our traditions.
Well, let's first talk about then, why are traditions important in the first place?
I think traditions are important. If you ask the kids, it reminds them of home. Like the ones that are gone, it reminds them of, oh yeah, we do that every year. And it's just these good memories of doing the same things. Well,
and we did some research on this. They found that kids in blended families that had traditions formed in the new family felt more stable. They had a base. They had something that they could rely on. Every Valentine's Day, we auction. Every Christmas, sausage fund.
Yeah.
So there's something that they can rely on. It's stable. It's consistent.
Yeah.
And that gives them a sense of belonging and roots.
And I think that all of that is good and well. Christmas is our only holiday that it is a shared holiday. The rest of our holidays, either they're at their mom's for Thanksgiving or they're here.
Right.
We don't then try, it's not like that. All the other holidays, it's one or the other. Christmas is the shared holiday.
Now, when we first blended the families, it was all about trying to keep some stability for the kids from their old family. That's the
Right.
only way I could put it.
Right.
And then introduce some new ones for the new family. So we ended up with a lot of traditions first. But now we've been married almost 10 years, 10 years this fall. Yep,
Gone by fast.
has. But now we've got the three amigos. They've grown up together for the last 10 years. We now have kind of calmed down on the traditions. It's a set of traditions we as a family have. Some of them came from our old family. Some of them are.
Right. Yeah.
And it's interesting talking to the younger kids about traditions and the older kids that grew up with different sets of traditions. It's fascinating talking to them and seeing which ones they still carry on. I mean, Rachel, with her little family, they carry on some of the traditions that,
And some they've dropped.
and some they've dropped.
Yeah. So yeah, it is interesting to see what they create in their own families.
Okay, let's talk about what you do when you first blend family. When do you keep traditions that you had growing up? Maybe there were traditions in my family I carried on to my family, and now I'm carrying. Maybe I need to look at those. Do I need to slash those? Do I keep them? There's a lot of decisions to make here.
This is actually a hot topic around Christmas time on our Facebook blended families groups. It's a hot topic when they're newly married and they're like, my husband wants to do this and what the heck, and my wife wants to do this and what the heck, and trying to figure out, they're like, what in the world? Why would you be doing that? They're trying to figure it out and understand.
I think it's funny because we had one of those situations our first Christmas together.
We did. Remind me.
Yeah, sausage fondue and eggs Benedict.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it wasn't, but it was hilarious when you think about it because my family, my first family, we had eggs Benedict for Christmas morning. It's tradition. My ex-wife and I had done it since we got married. It came a little bit from my parents because we had it a couple times. I love eggs Benedict, so we started that tradition.
Right.
And your family had a tradition of this dish called sausage fondue, which came from your ex-husband's family.
Yes. Yep. And it's not fondue at all. It's a sausage casserole. I don't know why it's called sausage fondue.
It is total goodness.
Maybe it's because there's
Cheese
so
in
much
it?
cheese in it. Like it's got so much cheese in it.
Yeah, it's a hard. You can only eat it once a year.
Once a year is all you can do.
It's pretty incredible stuff. And when we came to this thing, it was like you and I both said, "Well, this is what we do for Christmas morning."
Right. And neither one of us were willing to budge. We're like, well, we can't, because especially when you're trying to, like you said, have consistency for your kids.
And your kids, you've thrown away.
Right.
You've thrown away our whole family.
Right. Yeah. You got married to her, and now she doesn't want to cook our breakfast.
Yeah. So every year for the last 9 Christmases,
Yes.
we have 2 breakfasts:
Right.
sausage fondue and eggs Benedict. And the
Yep.
funniest thing about this is my kids, a number of my kids love the sausage fondue, which it never would have even.
Right.
And your kids like the eggs Benedict.
Yeah, it's funny. It used to be a clear, like they would have this one or this one, and now I feel like most of them eat a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the sausage fondue lasts for.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty funny. But so in that respect, we just said, is it okay to have 2 breakfasts?
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely. That one's a trainer.
So yeah, so think about that when you're trying to blend some of these traditions and trying to figure out what do we keep. It is important to think of the kids and what are they going to feel like they're missing out because of this new family. You got to be careful with that. Why aren't we doing this now? Because you married this person. Now we're not doing that. So you've got to be careful.
And also, you have to be careful of throwing away traditions that maybe your ex's family had, your kids are used to.
Yeah, for sure.
Because whether you like it or not, your child is half of your.
Yes, absolutely.
And when you throw things out just to be mean about your ex, or I have bad feelings to my ex, remember how your kids are feeling.
Yeah, you're just hurting your kids. You're not hurting your ex. Your ex doesn't care. They've moved on. They don't live with you anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're not hurting your ex
you're
at
hurting
all.
you're hurting your own kids, and
Yeah.
and I know some parents, I've seen this in the blended family, some people we've talked to, they try and erase.
Yes, which is so sad. And luckily, both of us were on the same page with that.
Yeah.
There's no erasing. There's just celebrating, that life and our new life. It's celebrating both.
And it's part of those traditions you're talking about.
Yes.
So sometimes you have to swallow your pride a little bit and
Yep.
say, tell me about that funny Christmas you guys had when you got snowed in. And
Right.
I wasn't there,
Right. Right.
but your kids know that
Yeah.
and they love hearing that story. And I've gotten over cringing. Never would have taken,
Right.
you get over that and you say, I bask in the funny story that it was and
Yeah.
the memories. That's important.
Right. It is so important. So important. But yeah, and we had things that that both of us were doing. Like, we always bought an ornament for the kids. I think you were kind of hit and miss with that.
We were hit and miss. It depended on the year.
Yeah. So it was fine that we just went ahead and bought ornaments for the kids every year.
That worked out good.
Worked out well. Um,
Oh, acting out the nativity at Christmas.
it actually gets more fun. You would think that it would get less fun as the kids get older. It's
Oh,
more
no.
fun as the kids get older.
And now we have grandkids. And I feel bad for those because I don't think they know what the real nativity is like, because their older aunts and uncles ham it up so badly. I'm like, oh.
It's awesome. It's really fun.
Easter baskets. Let's talk about Easter baskets.
Okay.
This is where we differed. For me, Easter is not a run on to Christmas. It was, oh, you got a basket, but you bought gifts, little small gifts.
Yeah, when I was growing up, we got a basket, and then usually the basket had like, one small gift in it. You know what I mean? There was chocolates, of course, and then there was like, a shirt or a necklace and so then when we started our family, our young family, I always had like a movie. I mean, we don't buy movies anymore and
No, who
put them in
buys a movie?
baskets. But yeah, there'd always be like a movie and a book, or or a swimsuit, because you're getting ready to. There was always, yes, I always had one or two presents in the basket, but you guys didn't do that.
No. It was just candy.
Yeah, right. But now, I mean, we've actually had a few Easters where we haven't even been with the kids.
Oh, that's true.
There has been a couple, and we've left. I feel like it's getting, and as the kids get older, I feel like the baskets are getting toned down.
So that's interesting. The basket thing is kind of just,
Not dissolved, but it is not.
it's not like it was.
No, especially because either you and I maybe have been out of town on Easter. We've been out of town with the kids, and so we're not going to take
You're
all
right,
this stuff.
because Easter always falls on spring break.
Yes.
And we alternate that with our exes.
Yeah.
And we typically, oh, the kids have a spring break. Let's go on a trip. So,
Right. So we're not going to cart these
all right,
big
so
things
we
around.
replaced it. So you younger kids that are listening to the podcast, you're not getting gypped. You get trips instead of
That's
an
true.
Easter basket.
You're getting a great trip.
Oh, well,
Yes.
too bad for you. Too bad for you.
That's right. It's just different.
All right, here's one that you hate and I don't enjoy much, but the kids still do it.
Are you talking about carving pumpkins?
I am talking about carving pumpkins.
Ugh.
And it's funny because even this last year, we were at Rachel's house up in Utah at request of Emma Jane, my 5-year-old.
Yep.
It's around her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So we all show up to her birthday. We all had to dress up. I was Mr. Incredible.
Of course.
Or
Mhm.
Elastigirl.
Yes.
Girl?
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble there. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Elastigirl.
Mr. Elastigirl. Mr. Elasta. Okay. But the kids are 30-year-old or 20-something-year-olds. They all wanted to carve pumpkins.
They did. I guess it's something I do not enjoy. I've never enjoyed it. Like as a kid, I did not want to carve a pumpkin.
I think it's because you didn't want to get your hands dirty. Huh?
I don't want to get my hands dirty. I don't want to get the pumpkin in my nails. Ugh. Don't like
Our
it.
kids love it. I
I think that our three amigos at home, they could really take it or leave it. Like they're kind of at the age where
Yeah, but when they see their older siblings getting
Yes,
into it,
yes. It was fun. It was fun. But if it was just us at home, I don't know that they'd be like, we have to carve a pumpkin. I think they're kind of, but it's one of those things. We can let it go or we can keep going or we can sometimes do it and sometimes not. Like, I don't think that anyone's going to go, oh no, we lost that tradition. I think, like, I know Madeline was like, we can just let that go
I don't
completely.
know that Sam.
That's true. Sam likes to hold on to
He likes
traditions.
traditions.
Yes, he likes that consistency. So Sam can always carve a pumpkin, and I will sit and watch him and have the black garbage bag on hand.
What other tradition? We had a tradition in the first couple years of our marriage for birthday parties. Remember that?
Oh, we did silly string.
Silly string attacks. And
I
they
brought-
were
I-
vicious attacks.
I brought that to the family.
Yes, you did. And the first attacks were in the kitchen, typically right after you blew your candles out.
Yeah, and everybody would have a can of silly string and cover the person whose birthday it is.
And then we remodeled the kitchen, and that
And I was like,
stopped.
no way is that happening in the kitchen.
Yeah. As soon as the kitchen got remodeled, Paige was a party pooper.
Well, we then did it outside a couple times. I don't know, and then that kind of fizzled.
Maybe we need to reintroduce
Maybe
that.
we do. Madeline's birthday's coming up.
No,
Maybe.
Dallin is coming.
Well, I mean, but Dallin won't be here.
I know, but
Madeline
Dallin will be at his apartment. That's a great place to do silly string. We'll see if Dallin's actually listening to the podcast this week.
We'll be taking some cans to Dallin's
Yeah,
place.
absolutely.
Okay.
All right, when we first got married, we decided not to just rely on our old traditions that we brought from our family, but start looking at some new ones.
Yes, we did. And I really wanted to start one that we would go and cut down our own Christmas tree and
The
tie it on
traditional
top
American
of the car.
family.
Yep, in the snow. Get an Instagram worthy picture of us all cutting our tree down.
Let me tell you a couple things about Paige.
Please
She
enlighten
does not
me.
like the cold.
I don't.
She does not like dirt and mud.
I mind dirt and mud, but just don't bring it in the house. That's all.
Yes. So let's just put it this way. Our Christmas tree farms that we went to, there are no snow here in California, unless we go up into the mountain. So we went to a Christmas tree farm. They don't really have a Christmas tree big enough for our front room where we put our Christmas.
Yeah,
Because their ceilings are 12 feet high.
Yes, so we wanted like a 10, 12-foot tree. I wanted to be, pick out a great one. We couldn't find. I mean, we spent hours like
Do you know
trudging
how-
through.
You know how much a 12-foot tree would weigh? It wouldn't even fit on our.
So for a couple years in a row, we ended up back at Lowe's or Home Depot getting a tree.
Yes, and we love the smell of the trees and all that stuff, but our trees always die.
They do. And
dried out.
then there's pine needles for the next 6 months.
And we got rid of that tradition real fast, and I just pulled the tree out of the box in the garage.
That already has lights on it.
That already has lights on it. If you're gonna go fake, go all the way.
I said I would never have a fake Christmas tree, and I am telling you, it is fabulous.
It is wonderful. It literally.
And I get real wreaths to give us the smell that we're
You
missing.
still have the smell in the house.
Yes.
We get real reason hanging
Yep.
out the house. So there was a tradition we really wanted, really bad. We
Yeah.
have a new tradition. Pull the fake tree out of the box. Even the boys can do it by themselves now.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So hey, we're in good shape
It's
there.
great.
Here's another big fail.
Ice cream for dinner. Ugh.
Yeah, all right. Tell the sad story. It's actually a pretty sad story.
It was just I read this story about this this girl who was at her dad's bedside. He was dying, and she was like, I mean, they knew he was going to die within hours, and she said, "Dad, what can I get you?" And he was like, "I want ice cream. What can I get you for dinner? What do you want for your last dinner?" And he said, "I want ice cream for dinner." And she was like, "Ice cream?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've always wanted ice cream for dinner. My parents would never let me have it, and your mom wasn't, too keen on it. So she went and got him ice cream, and when she came back, he'd already passed away."
So we took that really sad story and said, we're going to have ice cream for dinner at least.
Mm-hmm.
We did it this year. We were so sick after eating ice cream. We had spaghetti for dessert.
Yeah. Nobody even ate the
No one
spaghetti.
ate any spaghetti. We were so sick, and We all looked around and says, "Yeah, that's a bad idea. We're not going to do ice cream for dinner ever again."
Yeah, that was one that we decided to give up.
That was one we.
Yep.
Now here's one that we kept and we keep doing, and that is swimming at Christmas.
Oh, yes, we love that. We have done that for years. It's not cheap.
It's not, but you know what? It goes in lieu of a family Christmas gift. And you know what? We keep the pool heated for about 10 days.
Yep. We have neighbors over to swim, and we just enjoy it for a
And
couple
even
weeks.
our grandkids will come after Christmas so they can swim in grandma and
Oh,
grandma's
yeah.
heated pool.
They love it.
It's really not swimming weather. I mean, we don't heat the pool to 80 degrees. Heat it to 5
I know. I think we've ruined our grandkids because when they go to because they were here for a week after Christmas, our pool was at 93 degrees the entire time. They swam every day. And I think when they go to swim this summer,
They're going to have a rude
when
awakening.
they go to, swimming pools, they're going to be like, why isn't this 93? So who knows? But yes, that's a great tradition that we've kept going.
It is.
How about our Monday night swim parties?
Oh, COVID hit us square in the forehead with that one.
Yes, that was sad. So yeah, I think we've mentioned this on our podcast many times that on Monday nights during the summer, we invite 5 or 6 families over every Monday night and we swim and barbecue. And
It's just a fun time to
Yep.
get to socialize. We are hoping that we can do that this summer.
we'll be doing it this summer.
We'll wait and see. I hope so.
Maybe we can administer the vaccine at our door
Okay.
and be like, hey, come get
So,
a hamburger and a vaccine right
hamburger
here.
and a vaccine at the Pulsefers. I'll start ordering them from Moderna now. Maybe they'll bump me up to the top of the list.
Maybe. That'd be great. That'd be great. Oh, Valentine's Day auction.
We've talked about that.
We've talked about that just recently. And that, I'm telling you, if you're listening to this and your family has not done this, do it. It is so much fun. And it doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. You can do it any day. It doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, check out our last podcast. We talked specifically.
Yes, it is
It
so
is.
much fun. Even the older kids have fun with it. Like it's a lot of fun.
Another thing that we haven't done in a while is the Ikea scavenger hunt.
Well, once again, COVID.
Yeah, I guess COVID.
I don't know that IKEA would want us,
running around.
crawling in their beds, rolling around in their rugs, putting their clothes on.
There's some great resources out there on scavenger hunts. Not just at IKEA. You can do them at Walmart. You can do it at the mall. You could do it. Lots of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun with the kids.
Tons of fun. Those are new ones that we've started. Dancing before bed.
We used to do it all the time.
We did it. We have not done that in so long.
You know what?
Should we resurrect that?
It needs to happen tonight.
Tonight we're going to dance before bed. It's because we're always so tired. But yeah, we used to right after prayer or before
Right
prayer?
after prayer.
Was it after prayer?
After prayer.
And we would read our scriptures, have prayer, and then somebody would pick a song and we'd dance for just one song.
Well, and that nighttime ritual is important.
Yeah.
Even with our teenage kids, they're like, read scripture.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll add dancing back again. They'll
All
be
right.
so excited.
We'll bring it back.
Hey, and then one of the ones that I want to get rid of, but we never can,
Ice skating?
ice skating.
Who really likes it?
Oh, and this time was awful. This year was extremely awful. Because first off, it's COVID, right? So we're all supposed to be socially distant.
Oh, what a joke.
But everyone wanted to do something outside. So everyone and their dog showed up to ice skate. It was so packed.
That actually made me mad. So our city has a little rink in town, and they said, because of COVID, you have to buy your tickets beforehand because we're limiting the number of people that can come.
It's the most people I've ever seen there.
Oh, honky. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen that many people there. They sold so much. I mean, it was wall-to-wall people.
They made a boatload of money. And not only was it wall-to-wall people, they didn't have the right size skates for us. And so poor David tried on 2 different sets of skates. His feet hurt like crazy.
This is one we could let go, but we still keep doing it.
No, it comes up every time of year we go, do we really have to do this? And you go, of course we do.
We have to
go
go.
ice skating.
Yes, it's fun for about 10 minutes. So it's a
That's-
very expensive 10 minutes.
That's about it.
And we stay there for a good hour because we're like, we just paid $100. We got to stay here for an hour.
And we take pictures and we laugh.
We do. And it is fun, but yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And here's one that we haven't done in a long time either.
Cooking competition.
We have not done a cooking competition in a bit.
I think it's time.
Yeah. I mean, we've just got the three amigos.
Well, I mean, we could have done it this summer when all the kids were home.
Yeah, we probably should have. But anyway, yeah, we usually take a week and all the kids take a night cooking and
All right, we're going to do it this summer. Maybe when some of the kids come home from college, because they're going to come home.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So when they come home, we'll have that cooking competition. I'm assuming that the cooking has gotten better since they left. No, college. Our lemonade moment of the week has to do with home construction or destruction. Which one is it?
I don't know. We've been doing so much home improvement around here. It's like we're in the groove. Or at least I'm in the groove, and I'm dragging you along with me.
Well, and this is interesting because I started my PhD program a week and a half ago, and Paige has the home improvement bug in her, so she's running around going, "I just need you to do this one thing."
Yeah, I'm like, just one more thing, Darren. Darren, just one more thing.
So the lemonade of this is she tore apart our kitchen. So I shouldn't say tore apart. Instead of remodeling the whole kitchen, she decided to paint our island, which was a fire engine red. Now is a navy blue.
I love it.
He loves it. But we have not had a kitchen for the last 4 or 5 days. And I was thinking when you started doing this, can we wait until the kids aren't here?
Well, I started it actually when the kids weren't here. It's really
taken longer.
It's really been, or did I start when they were here? I can't remember now.
You started the day they got here.
Oh, anywho, it dragged on a lot longer than I thought because I was like, oh, I want to make sure the paint lasts, and so we've got to paint it and then sand it and then paint it and then sand and then I had to wait for that to dry and then I had to put the polyacrylic on top of it and it went on forever and ever.
It looks wonderful, though.
It does. And it was kind of nice because when you paint, usually you have to tape the floor off and all of that. Because we're getting new flooring, I just went crazy. I didn't tape a thing.
I hope the flooring arrives.
Yeah. No going back on the flooring now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, no.
Going back. If you like today's episode,
give us 5 stars on iTunes, Spotify, Google.
And head to Facebook and like us.
And check out our blog at where'sthelemonade.org,
where you can leave questions and comments.
But most of all,
go out and make some lemonade.
You betcha, baby.